Okay, so let's do 13th, which is the new documentary by Ava DuVernay, who made Selma. This is made for Netflix, does have a theatrical release alongside its Netflix release. This is going to increasingly be the way in which movies open simultaneously on more than one platform. So, you know, if you don't like it, get used to it. The 13th of the title refers to the 13th Amendment, which says neither slavery nor involuntary servitude, except as a punishment for crime, whereof the party shall have been duly convicted, shall exist within the United States or any place of their jurisdiction. The idea of the documentary, which is very forcefully put forward and argued, I think, really very, very well, is that although slavery was abolished, its legacy continues now in the penal system, but since it was essentially written into the rubric of that amendment. And what it does is it follows the story of, from slavery, abolition, then the Jim Crow laws, then, Nixon's war on drugs, and looks at all of these things as being a mechanism which doesn't just facilitate, but actively participates in the suppression of racial suppression. We hear from an aide of Nixon and basically saying that the war on drugs and crime was absolutely something that was racially based as far as they were concerned. It was just a way of saying it without saying what they were actually doing. And the film then looks at the way in which, with private firms running prisons, the massive prison population in America, which is an astonishing population, is basically there for economic necessity. You have people arguing that they don't want the people who run those things don't want any fewer prisoners. What they want is that number of prisoners because that is producing an income. Then also talks about the way in which labour is now used within the prisons, and talks about this as being kind of the next generation of chain gang. And it's a really powerful piece of work. It argued with great style and panache. It's a solid, it's like a solidly constructed argument that puts forward its thesis and lays out its thesis in a way which is intelligent and gripping, and I liked it very much. It's called 13th, and it is available in limited cinemas and also, as I said, opening on Netflix.